we're going to go back to Calimesa. We were telling you about the fire there. We've got several people missing and a number of buildings destroyed, and I understand most of those are mobile homes. Our Michele Gile is there. Michele, what's going on?
Well, and also several pets missing. We should add that to the list. I just spoke to a woman who is in tears here at the crime scene tape. No one is being allowed in. That is the mobile home park behind me there where she lives. And she says that she was at work yesterday when this fire started. She was able to see the flames on her Ring camera, but could not make it home in time to save her beloved chocolate Labrador named Lucy. She believes that Lucy perished in the fire in their mobile home. She doesn't think that Lucy was able to get out. So there are just a lot of grieving residents here right now. I am going to bring in Kathy Mattingly with CAL FIRE to try and bring us up to date on what's going on. So I know there's an 11 a.m. briefing. Right behind us here, there is crime scene tape. Can you explain what that is? There's a pile of debris.
Right. So CAL FIRE investigators have confirmed that the trash that was on fire that was dumped out of the trash truck did indeed start it progressed into the vegetation because of the high winds that we had yesterday and continued.
Okay, and so we see crime scene tape around that rubbish there. So that's certainly one area that arson investigators or fire investigators are going to be looking at.
Correct.
Okay. What else do we know with regard to looking for the missing?
So the sheriffs are having, as residents have concerns, they can call Riverside County Sheriff's Dispatch on their business line to report anybody that maybe they are missing. I don't have that number handy on me, I'm sorry. And they will formulate a list, and they are researching that information.
Okay, so we're now our viewers are seeing the video of this trash truck that was caught on a Ring camera. And apparently the truck, there was smoke emanating from the truck. Your investigators have determined that that operator who apparently dumped the load because it was on fire, that whether it be sparks or embers or something, caught the brush nearby?
Correct.
Okay. So what do we expect to be hearing at this 11 a.m. briefing? What are the types of things that fire officials are going to discuss?
Well, we'll be recapping on the situation, what is expected, and there may be some additional information that I don't have currently.
Okay, we do know that we can confirm that one woman was in fact killed in this fire?
We did have a fatality, and that's all the information I have. I don't know if it was a male or female.
Okay. So what should people be doing right now who want answers, who are trying to get back in? As we've said, this is classified now as a crime scene. So that is why there is a roadblock here. We see the sheriff's department kind of keeping everyone out, although it looks like they are letting some trucks in. Maybe these are fire officials or investigators. What can we tell the public?
We just ask that they remain patient. This is an active scene. Right now you may not see smoke and flames, but we have a lot of work to do because a lot of structures did burn, and we have to go through and make sure that the area is safe before we can let residents back in.
And also, I would imagine, because it is a crime scene, you don't want evidence disturbed. You can't have people going in, whether it be in vehicles or even on foot, grabbing things or looking through things, because that'll disrupt the area, correct?
Well, absolutely, and the sheriffs could speak more to that as far as their investigation.
Okay. Structures destroyed here. This could be outbuildings as well. You indicated the number is up to 74.
Correct. And our damage assessment teams will determine that as they're doing their inspections.
And I think we also need to point out that while the wind at this very moment, well, now here we go. I was just going to say every few seconds the wind changes. So we need to talk about that. What is being forecast?
Well, right now we're still under red flag warning. We are expecting these winds to continue. So we're asking residents to remain prepared, because if a fire comes through our area, they could be called to evacuate. And if we call you to evacuate, please leave.
because in this case yesterday, as we've seen, people only had a few seconds to get out, and unfortunately we understand that there was one woman who did her best but just couldn't make it out.
Yeah, again, I don't know that it's a woman, but we do know that one person did perish.